but thinking I could have tried to put it in front of it and alongside it, you know what I mean? Yeah, so
No,
I don't know,
get
that was
it.
my
That's a
only
good
thought.
point.
Because it says not applicable for the front. And I'm wondering if somebody's gonna read that and think, oh, I can put my fence.
There might be, you're
I'm just thinking about the normal person looking at it.
okay, let me give that some thought.
Yeah.
That was for, actually, the NA was for
Oh my
accessory.
gosh, you got wicker hats on.
So that's on the table that was modified, is for accessory structure.
Oh, okay, like my,
So you're not allowed to put the accessory structure in the front yard. That's what it
right,
says in it.
got it,
So that was a
okay.
separate.
That was a separate table,
But I'll still take a
okay.
look at the fence thing.
Yeah, just see, yeah.
Diane, be careful.
Okay.
And you may be done. I'm telling you what to do.
Okay.
Now they have just the bigger one.
We're ready.
You're patient. Hey, you're patient.
New visa.
I was her driver today. I went and got her.
Take for the
Yeah,
church.
she did real well. I didn't know. Yeah,
So
we
big,
were-
it's
yeah.
like,
Are you gonna get one?
Well, I doubt it. I'm not much of a car buyer, but
bicycle route. I made it a mile yesterday.
I do think it's nice to.
Just about, it's a week and a half out.
Apple time.
Much worse than we thought it was.
Good morning. If you'd all rise, I'll call this Board of Works meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. How many people does it take to get Diane in her chair?
Just from the beginning, hey, annoying Jeff. Yeah, leave me alone. Again, good morning. First item on the agenda is the minutes from
April 17th.
April 17th.
Okay, they appear to be accurate. I know I was present, and so I would make a motion that we approve them as submitted.
And I'll second that based on your recommendation.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And for the record, everybody is present today. Sorry about that. Again, welcome everybody, especially the little one back there, Josh. Good morning. Yeah, good. That's great. Okay. No reports, oral, written. There is no unfinished business. That will take us to new business. And it looks like Dustin Dillon, Street Department, Airport Road. Dustin, any comments here? Thank you.
Yes, thanks. Good morning, everybody. Just going to ask the board to award the reconstruction of Airport Road and paving of various streets. There was Zimmer Road, Provident Drive, County Road 150, and Old US Highway 30 East as part of this project. In the amount to Finn and Brown in the amount of $908,606.40. We did have two bids on it. Brooks Construction, we would like to publicly thank for continually bidding on our projects, but this case, Finn and Brown has checked all the boxes and are a responsible vendor that we've worked with many times. So we're asking the board to award the project to them. And this is part of a Community Crossings grant, which is a 50-50 matching fund. So total award is $908,606.40, but the city's portion will be half of that.
Any questions for Dustin?
Not really. Do you have any questions?
No.
I'll make a motion, we accept the bid per Dustin's recommendation for the project.
I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion, Dustin?
No, just an exciting project. The bids were extremely lower than what we originally anticipated in the engineering estimate on the project. So happy to have very, very competitive bids, especially going early into the construction season. So thank you to both bidders.
Thank you. Motion and a second on the floor. I'll call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next item. We have quotes here. Lynn, can you help out? Let's see.
Destin, maybe you should have just stayed up.
Yeah. Sealed quotes?
It's for the
Pavement markings.
We got 2 bids in, and the first one was from Traffic Control Specialists.
Traffic control.
And it looked like from the bid form that there's gonna be different bids for different things, so I don't know if there's a total or not.
Yeah, just a heads up to the board beforehand. This is very similar to what we did with asphalt and the concrete supply bids. So you're going to have listings for linear footage for prices for latex pavement markings as well as thermoplastic pavement markings in this. I don't know if you want to necessarily read them all off. Again, this is something that we'll probably award.
Well, there's a lengthy list. There's 10 items, and I don't know. I'll ask the attorney, what exactly would you want for the public record? Dustin, do you even want to see what has been presented?
Maybe Dustin better
Yeah, it's
understands.
French to me, yeah. Thanks, Dustin.
You just would,
So I just kind of go over quickly. We're looking at the 4-inch solid white. You see that you're looking at, or this 4-inch solid yellow. We'll just go with those. Those two are kind of our most common deals. Those are common pavement markings on your center line and your fog lines that are outside. So it looks like as far as paint, they have done a price of 15 cents per linear foot. For thermoplastic, it is 29 cents per linear foot. We do have 24-inch stop bars, crosswalks, 4-inch parking stalls, the turn arrows, the onlys, the railroad crossings, the 8-inch and the 12-inch, which is a little more specialized for certain projects. But the majority of our pavement markings are going to be the fog lines and the center line markings with the turn arrows. Again, I'll let you open the other one as well, but those are the two most common.
Are you comfortable with that for the record?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
And the second bid we received is from CE Hughes Milling Inc., and they're doing business as the air marking company, and we only received 2 bids.
C.E. Hughes Milling Incorporated. Dustin, I'll ask for your assistance here. Again, it's a rather lengthy list of items, and you can highlight that for the public and for the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, we'll go back to that 4-inch or 4-inch solid line. For this one, it looks like on, they did thermoplastic. So they have in the paint marking of 30 cents per linear foot or 75 cents for the thermoplastic in there. Again, the same display as far as, the turn arrows, all the typical stuff. And what I would like to ask the board, very similar to what we did with the asphalt and the concrete markings, is to accept both as presented, both bids from both companies. when you get into pavement markings and different projects, sometimes you run into weather aspects and where the contractor availability is. We'd like to bid these specs out just in order to get the best price possible for the city, for our contractors. But also, if one is not available and we need that work done right away, that we have the ability to do that as well. So, again, would like to accept, we'll start with the lowest bidder first, obviously, and work through that on every regard. But, again, thankful that we had multiple bidders with interest in doing work in Warsaw. So.
Why don't you bring this up and I'll let them both, just, so we can say that they had an opportunity to look at it.
Yeah, that's very good.
Before a motion is made. Thanks again, Dustin, for help there.
No, you bet. Thank you for
David, it's up.
considering.
Are you gonna wanna take these under advisement?
He wants to accept both.
No, I think we can accept both of them
You're
as
right.
presented. It's a pretty standard format, again, pretty standard, work that we're doing. There's nothing that is a highly engineered task that we're doing. Most of them is just recaps.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we accept both bids with usage at the discretion of our street superintendent.
I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second. May I have that, please? Thank you. You okay? Okay. All right, there's a motion and a second. Any further comments, Dustin? Appreciate everybody's patience. I'll call the question. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good.
Hey, Dustin.
Dustin?
Do you want them? Or do you want me to take them?
make copies and get back to you
Okay.
or your office.
Chief Schilling, good morning.
Should just be, hopefully, the opening of some bids for SCBA's to replace all our SCBA's. Should be 45 air packs, 50 masks, and then 90 bottles.
And we got one bid
Only one.
from Hoosier Fire Equipment.
Okay.
So there you go. Anyway, read away that one bid. In case you're wondering what SCBA stands for, it's self-contained breathing apparatus.
That's correct.
The total amount on this quote for all three items is $393,618.75. $393,618.75. And that's the only one again, Lynn?
Yes, that's the only
Okay.
one we received.
This is from Hoosier Fire Equipment Incorporated. Take a look at that.
If you don't mind, I would just like to take it back. There's different specifications that I just want to review and make sure that they meet those, and then possibly come back at the end of the meeting for your approval. I just want to double check that they meet our requirements.
Motion for that.
Very good idea.
I would ask the members for a motion to do that. Help the chief here.
I'll move that you give the chief time to look at this and maybe come back at the end of the meeting. I
Thanks,
appreciate it.
George. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Hey, thanks.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is a road closure request. Is there any members from the public that would like to speak? Anybody? Kansas City Barbecue Society, and looks like Dave Rapp. There's a phone number, event name, Smoking Downtown. The closure date is 8/9/25. The event start time is 7 a.m. The event end time is 6 p.m. Road closure would be 6 a.m. To 6 p.m. Open to the public. No admission charges. Not for profit. The request is Buffalo between Center and Market Street.
Is that
And
the first time for this? Is
I
it?
cannot remember.
I know
Justin
remember.
might be able to, I can't remember.
If you remember earlier this year, you guys approved the road closing for the farmer's market in that block. And I think at that time, I think maybe Terry Sweeney was here and he had said that they're planning to do
There.
more things, so maybe this is like part of that.
It's Center, and it's along Buffalo between Center and Market Street. There is a map that they've provided. Any questions from the board on that request? Or concerns?
I don't know about,
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
yeah, Kansas City barbecue.
You gonna come down and partake in it?
Yes.
Justin, any comments, or police and fire?
I'm not really familiar with the
Okay.
request, but I don't know if police and fire want to weigh in on. Have you guys, have you reviewed that request? Yeah. Yes.
No concerns, chief? Chief, you good? Any questions from the board?
Now, I'll make a motion that we approve the road closure requests for Kansas City Barbecue on August 9th.
I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. Thanks, Lynn, for your help. The next item, travel requests. Montana, good morning.
Okay, we have 2 travel requests from our police department. First is for Sergeant Lucas Vanderhart to go to the EVO instructor course, which is the Emergency Vehicle Operation Instructor course in Plainfield, from May 11th to May 16th. Total cost for that would be $1,347.50. The second request is for Detective Sergeant Ryan Moore to attend a police control tactics training in Avon, Indiana, from May 5th to May 9th, and that is total cost of $2,050.
Thanks, Montana. Any questions from the board on these 2 items?
I see the chief has signed off on them, so I assume the training is this.
Both are state mandates.
Okay.
Oh, good, okay. I'll move we approve the travel request as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion to approve in a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thanks. And Montana, you have a new hire and change in payroll report to present.
Yes, yep, we've got several seasonal hires on this report. Many for the Parks Department, laborers and lifeguards. So we're getting into that season and getting all those seasonal hires started. We also have 3 new hires, full-time new hires. Chad Brown as a mechanic at Public Works, and Brian Hupp starting as a laborer out at Public Works, which Brian is a retired officer from the city, so it's great to have him back. And Michaela Rourke as a plant operator out at our wastewater department. And then we have 4 officers that we are adding an ERT stipend for. And I apologize, I didn't put on the report, but that stipend is $500 annually, and that's paid out quarterly.
A reminder for me, the City of Lakes is at work. We have several council members that are here, 29, and almost all of them, again, other than what Montana has mentioned, are seasonal to help us get through spring, summer in fall, so, good. Any other comments, Montana?
No.
Any questions from the board?
Now I'll make a motion that we approve this new hire and change of payroll request, and congratulations to those who have gained additional certifications.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
You guys have it. Thanks, Montana. IT Governance Committee, got a couple items here. Stacy, good morning. Brady, what are we looking at on this first item?
So this is an annual agreement with ASG for security and fire monitoring for City Hall. They are going to be a new vendor for City Hall. We have had some ongoing challenges with our current vendor in terms of the quality of repair work being done, the timeliness of repair work being done on our system, and the repairs actually getting done correctly on our system. So we want to try to transition to a different vendor. This vendor is located in Fort Wayne, which will also be beneficial to us instead of the Indy area. They'll be closer for response time. This is for the annual monitoring part of that we've been paying with our other vendor all along. So we're just, again, transitioning to a new company for that service.
Really appreciate the IT team and now Brady assisting, moving in this direction. I'll just tell you from my office, it's the right thing to do. And I haven't done much. They've been working at it. And I think this will benefit the entire City Hall. Brady, any comments?
No, I think Stacy covered the majority of it. It's just switching our monitoring service and support service with another vendor that we're currently using in the other departments of the city that we've had good luck with, so we'd like to move forward with it.
Thanks to
So
both
I
of you.
just have one question. Is this quote then from this point forward, like the remainder of the year, and then we'll see a different one at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, we'll pay the annual fee for this year, and then next year we'll continue to pay that annual fee. So the 552, I think it was 552,
Right.
is an annual fee to work with them. So each year that will renew with them as an annual monitoring fee.
Okay, so is it like from, just for example, May 1st to May 1st? Is that how the contract's going to run, or is it going to run on a normal contract cycle?
Well, it would be from the date of our signatures, that's when it would start.
Okay, all right, I just didn't know if this was a partial year contract and then we would have.
No, that's the full year,
So this would be an expense for an entire year then?
correct.
Okay, great.
And it's a fair price for monitoring. It's typical, so I'll move we approve.
Motion to approve by George. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Diane. Any further comments? Stacy, Brady, thanks. I'll call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And it looks like, Stacy, there's another item that you have here, another.
Yeah, so this is an annual agreement with Havel for annual cloud access control subscriptions. So again, our door access control has been with the other vendor that we were using for monitoring fire or for security and fire. We would like to move all of these things away from that vendor. This is licensing for the software that we use to control our door access. That vendor will not change. It's like it's another party, it's another company. They have, qualified vendors that they work with. Havel works with them as well, so nothing will change on that regard. We've already paid our current vendor for that licensing for this year, which goes through to that third party. We don't have to pay anything further for this year. This is just allowing them to transition our licensing from the current vendor to this new vendor, Havel. And then in January of '26, we would start paying Havel directly for that licensing instead. Does that make sense?
You know, I'll just say I appreciate their efforts, and from my office, I'll tell you this is the right thing to do. Brady, any comments? So you've been working
No,
with.
Stacy covered it. There's just, we're switching the reseller of this product and also to get better local support from the new partner, Havel.
Thanks,
So
Brady.
this says for 17 smart readers.
So those are the amount of door controllers that we have on our system currently.
Got it.
It's based on number of doors. So if we were to add 5 more doors, that would ultimately affect that price.
Okay, great.
But it's similar to what we paid last year because the door amount didn't change.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, I'll move to approve. Thanks for your work on this.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks. Plan Department. Justin, you got a couple items. Thank you. Good morning.
Morning. So before you have a professional grant administration services contract between the City of Warsaw and MACOG. This is for the continued work on the demolition of the JOMAC project. If you remember earlier this year, we were awarded the grant for $500,000. This $50,000 will come out of that grant award. It's a pretty standard contract for these types of grants. You do need a professional grant administration service to help us walk through all the process, the paperwork as we get into the actual demo of the property, which should occur later this year, possibly early spring of '26. So I think it bids out in October, I believe, is when we will do the bidding, so.
And again, like you've said in your memo, the agreement will be paid from the grant.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Justin? A lot of work involved in this, and just appreciate your efforts and countless other people, including the reps at MACOG, to make this happen.
Yep.
Thanks, Justin.
Make a motion, we approve this agreement with MACOG to administer the demolition of the former JOMAC building.
I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second. Any further comments, Justin?
Nope.
Call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. Next item is permission to apply for a K-21 grant. What are we looking at here, Justin?
Yeah, so this is a grant application for K-21, which would be a $100,000 request. This grant would be coupled with a grant application to the state that will occur later for $400,000 for the study of routes through downtown for a multimodal trail. So they would look at routes through or adjacent to downtown, and then the preferred route would be engineered and hopefully implemented as a temporary pilot project to see how that would work through downtown. So I have a couple of representatives of Ride Walk to answer any questions you might have. The planning department's facilitating this request. It's come from Ride Walk and their efforts over the last 12 or so years to work through some of these projects. So,
Thank you. Any questions for Justin or one of the reps from Ride Walk?
No, I would just like to say that I appreciate all the work that has been done to bring this to this point where this is now looking at a study of the best route through the city, whatever that may be. And I think this will be in the best interests of the public, business owners, pedestrians, bicyclists, motorists, all kinds of people to have a safe way for cyclists to get through town, but also just for everyone to be able to enjoy the downtown. I'm also excited about the fact that this will join the two sides of the trail when we get this figured out, and then the opportunity to do it as a demonstration project so we can work out bugs before we would spend a lot more dollars or try to solicit a lot more dollars in order to make this become a reality. So Ride Walk, I just want to thank you guys for all your work on this, and Plan Department, thank you. And I know it's been a long time coming, and council members that are
Yeah,
here,
several
thank you
here.
for all of your input to bring it to this point where I think it'll serve everyone well.
Yeah, and thanks to the council members and to the mayor and to everyone else in the community that has worked with us on this for the past many, many years. As part of this project, we're going to keep working with everyone to make sure that we get the best possible solution for everyone.
Thanks, Nate. Thank you.
Any other questions about the application, or are you
Nope,
okay?
I think, as you know, have looked at it with a fine tooth comb, and I think it's
I know.
good now.
Thanks, Diane. Good.
I feel you should probably make the motion if that's.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to make the motion then to give the Board of Works approval to seek a grant from K-21 on behalf of the city.
And I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second. Any further comments, Justin? Call the question. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. And you have another related item?
Yeah, so this is the Safe Streets for All grant that will be paired with the local match from K-21 if awarded. Again, both still need to be awarded, but we're asking again for permission for RideWalk to apply on behalf of the city for this fund as well. And I don't know if Nate wants to speak to the Safe Streets for All program or not. Everybody's pretty familiar with it. We discussed it in council, but just in case there's anyone that has any questions about that program and why we're doing it, that would be, Nate might be able to answer those questions.
Thanks, Justin. Nate, maybe for the public, a couple comments here, and again, the efforts that are being made related to this. Thank you.
Yeah. So the Safe Streets and Roads for All program is a part of the infrastructure law that was passed by the federal government a couple years ago. The goal and purpose of the program is to help cities, states, and other municipalities try to make roads and streets safer for all users. And part of that grant award is for cities and municipalities to fund demonstration projects, which is what we were asking for, to help inform municipalities on what a long-term solution should look like. And so this grant opportunity presented itself for us to help Justin and the rest of the planning department figure out what that long-term multimodal trail might look like.
Thanks, Nate. Any questions or comments from the board?
No, and again, just thank you for your leadership at ferreting out this grant and then bringing it to our attention.
Thank you, and thanks again for your help.
I'll move we approve the applying for the grant.
There's a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
There's a second. Any further discussion? Justin, again, thanks for your help here as well. I'll call the question. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Next item is from the police department. Chief, good morning.
Good morning. It's a little late, but pursuant to City Code 74-55, presenting the Board of Works the 2024 report for crash and citations, the annual traffic report, as it's called. I've already provided it to the mayor's office, and I'll provide a copy to each of the council members as well after this meeting. And it'll be presented at the Traffic Commission as well.
Lots of information in this document. Our police department at work. Last item on the last page related to parking, lots of efforts with Plan Department, Main Street, the council, several members here. I really appreciate everybody's efforts. We're out there, and enforcement and encouraging people to be good neighbors is there, but the whole idea will be to make it even better. So we'll see what we can work through this summer to even improve on those numbers, maybe less violations and more good form by people that are coming to the downtown. Any specific comments, Chief, on any of the items that you'd like to highlight? It's a 4-page highlight comparing 23 to 24. Anything,
Yeah,
or-
I do have a couple of comments. For one, I noted, if you go to citation statistics on page 3 of 4, in the spreadsheet, or the number of, for 2024 is 5,070, or 5,070. That number needs to be just above that narrative. It says in 2024, Warsaw Police issued. That should be 5070, not 4513.
And the explanation up above, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in the explanation, right underneath citation statistics, it should just read, in 2024, Warsaw Police issued 5,070 citations, arrest warnings for traffic violations.
Which is in bold that you have down below.
Correct, which is in bold
Okay.
below.
Thanks for that clarification.
A couple items to note, obviously, the parking citations were significantly higher, as you noted. Also, just that the number of crashes from year to year have been very similar. There has been There were less in 2024 on US 30, which was down from 142 to 101, and from 171 on Detroit Street down to 81. So, and unfortunately, we did sustain 2 fatalities in 2024 in the city.
It's nice to see property damage accidents down, though, about 10%.
And I know the downtown merchants appreciate the increased enforcement of parking violations.
Any other comments, Chief?
No, I do not.
It's really fascinating reading, and you can decide what time of day you want to drive and what streets you want to drive on by reading it. And you should maybe stay home in January, it looks like. But, yeah. And you said you are going to present this to council, or just distribute it?
Distribute it.
Okay, great. 'Cause
Will you
it's-
make that correction before you distribute it?
I can just make the correction on the original document.
Yeah.
I'll just do that.
Okay.
That would be nice to send that out to all of them, or get it to my office and I'll forward it on so they can see it.
Sure.
Good. Thanks, Chief.
Does it also go to the Traffic Commission?
Yes, it's on the agenda for the Traffic Commission. It had been prior, and but the city code specific to the Board of Works.
Says it should be, okay.
Any other comments or questions?
No, just thanks for the work. I'm sure this takes a lot of administrative.
Yeah, it's going to go back to our records department and
Yeah, thank
Captain
you.
Beam for helping put these staffs together.
I'll entertain a motion to accept.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Next item, back to the street department. Dustin?
Okay, so the next one up, we have an addendum to the contract, original contract with VS Engineering for the design and construction documents for this community crossings project that we just awarded. So originally, we had this split into 2 separate projects, engineered by Emmons Engineering with James Emmons for 4 of the roads, and then Airport Road was done by VS. After talking to our reps from NDOT, we decided to go ahead and join them as one bid package to hopefully get a better price instead of having 2 separate packages. And with doing that, it's a lot easier to have one engineering firm handle all the bid documents in the contract and not bounce back and forth. So VS Engineering agreed to take on that extra, work of providing the construction documents and construction engineering during the project. So this is just an addendum from their original contract in the amount of $13,300.
So we're moving from 80,500 to 93,800. And actually, though, saving money and more efficient.
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Thanks, Dustin. Any questions from the board?
No, thanks for that explanation. I was trying to figure out if we were adding anything or just switching.
No,
up who's in
it was
charge.
just, we had 2 different projects condensed down into one, and again, it was cleaner on paperwork and everything for NDOT as well, for part of the grant paperwork, so, just combining it.
All right, with that explanation, I'd make a motion that we approve this addendum for $13,300 to the engineering contract.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Dustin, you have another item here. What are we looking at on this item?
Yeah, this one is just asking the board's permission to move forward with the attached contract with USI Consultants. USI is a engineering firm that we're looking to having their design services for the reconstruction of an area of Clark Street between Cook and Maple Avenue. This is one that is just west of the planning department's Lincoln Street sidewalk that will, butt up against that project. Street's in pretty poor condition. The curb is kind of hit or miss on where it's there and where it's not. Sidewalks will extend, building off the beautiful project we just had. So looking to do that project. We were hoping to apply for a fall calling for community crossings, but some recent changes there, we may end up shifting gears a little bit with some local dollars. But a project that is very well warranted, and the contract amount for the design services, $33,000 here.
And those kids all walk to Lincoln School as well, right?
I'm not sure if they're still in the walking. I think they may be just outside of the walking district. But again, if you drive up and down through that project that was just completed, you see people using those sidewalks
Yeah, I do.
constantly.
I see kids on there all the
It's a
time,
beautiful addition to our city, and this will just extend right off the west boundaries of that or past project.
Yeah, it would be nice not to have to go out to the street there and then go back in. Yeah.
Right.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second that, yeah.
Second, Diane?
Yes.
Is that okay, good. Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thanks, Dustin. And
And the last one I have here is, the attached here is the owner contractor agreement. Looking for your approval on that one. This is the project, obviously, that we just awarded here just earlier this meeting. But this is the owner contract agreement for Airport Road and the paving of Zimmer Road, Provident Drive, Old US Highway 30, and County Road 150 West, with our agreement with Finn and Brown.
good.
So this one specifies which funds each part will be taken out of.
Right, so the city's portion will come out of our MVH restricted repairs and maintenance appropriation, and then we have also our regular MVH repairs and maintenance will be where we're taking our half of the funding out of it. The other half, again, the other 50% of that contract will come from NDOT.
Okay.
Any other questions for Dustin?
No. I'll make a motion that we approve this. Do we call it a contract or an appropriation, Lynn?
Well, this is the owner contractor
The owner
agreement that
contractor,
you're
okay,
approving, yes.
agreement, okay.
Motion to approve the owner contractor agreement. Is there a second?
I'll second.
There is a second. Thanks again, Dustin, for all your work on this.
Thank
I'll
you.
call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Brian, been so patient.
Yeah,
Several
I'm always
items here.
last.
Yeah, several on the agenda. What are we looking at here?
The first one is an agreement amendment with Wessler for the Prairie and Lake Street storm improvements. This is as we move into the construction phase for the oversight and assistance through the construction phase of the project. So they'll do some construction oversight along with in-house construction oversight. And then if any questions come up, problems come up, they're there to assist us. It is a not to exceed, so if we don't need them that much, we don't pay them.
Okay. Not to exceed $34,200. Thanks, Brian. Any questions from the board?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion to approve along with a second. Call the question. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Brian, next item?
Next one is a maintenance agreement for 3 of our Godwin pumps that we have. Basically, they'll come look at them once for 5 years. It's a 5-year agreement.
That amount is $28,750, and again, it's a 5-year renewal.
Correct.
Okay. Any questions or concerns from the board?
I'll move to approve.
Yeah,
Sounds important.
I agree. Preventative maintenance is always a good thing to do, so I just second that.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next item, Brian?
Next item maybe could have been put up under reports, but it's just a report from the Lilly Center. We have several agreements with them, so it's a report of the things we partner with them on with our stormwater program. Some of that has to do with testing in the lakes or within the city. So, and some of the creeks and ditches that run into those lakes. So you can see the results of some of the testing. More than happy to try to answer any questions, or if you would like a formal presentation by Dr. Bosch over this, then we can set that up as well.
This also includes the educational component.
Yeah, it's
for both.
educational, the E. coli testing, they do some algae toxin testing, and then we just partner with them on several events throughout the year.
Thanks for that. Appears to be no action is needed, just a report.
Just acknowledge that they've done a good job of fulfilling the contract.
They've been a great partnership with
Oh,
our
yeah.
stormwater program.
Very fortunate to have him and them.
Exactly. All right, we'll move to the next item. Brian, this last one here.
Next one is with Anderson Property Management. We have, I believe it's 3 rain gardens that they help maintain through the city throughout the year. You can kind of see what they do with the weeds and making sure the beds are in good condition. It's sort of a specialized process. The Parks Department has people that go out and spray and stuff, but the whole rain garden maintenance is a little bit of a specialized operation versus just general weeding and maintenance. Because to me, it all looks like weeds, right? So it's all native species, and
They spent a lot of time around Lincoln. I caught them.
You could go over there. no?
Working, I did not, it was a hard work. I kept on driving. But I did see them over there on all of them.
Yeah. I
cleaning
think
them
we
up.
should point out that all of these are water retention programs that has helped with the flooding in our city, to reduce that by having those rain gardens there and allowing the water then to soak down instead of running off. And so it's significantly helped the issue over near Market and what would that be?
there's one by Lincoln School. Is that the one you're?
No, the one at Redeemer.
Redeemer
Oh,
Church.
the church.
Yeah, but
yeah.
we're not,
Whatever that's true.
we're not providing a rain garden for the church. We're providing for flood control for that area
Yeah,
with
we're
that rain
helping
garden.
with
But they've
some of
allowed
the-
us to use their property very graciously.
We also
to do
use
that.
these for educational purpose, kind of showing what people can do
It
at their
does.
own properties
It
or
does.
Yeah.
And these are native plants, aren't they?
native plants, correct? Yeah.
And the one at Lincoln was a joint project with the Watershed Foundation, helping to provide the plants or pay for the plants and supervise the planting of that one. So it's important to maintain them, as I can tell you because I have one. So I thought maybe I'd take this schedule home and make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to. So anyway, I would make a motion that we approve this contract for the rain garden maintenance because it is very specialized.
I will second that.
Again, this is with Anderson Property Management in the amount of $3,271, correct, Brian?
Correct.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
May I add a couple other things here?
Yes.
too? So we had our open house for Earth Day, and we ended up having we counted 238, so there's probably a margin of error in there. We had students from both Warsaw and Tippy Valley there, and the mayor brought out his youth advisory council. Is that
he did.
yeah?
It's great.
So it was good. And then we also have a retirement today. We celebrated Luann's 10 years of service, I believe, at the last Board of Works, and she retires today. So if anybody wants to come out there, I think 12:30, we're going to have some cake and celebrate with her. So I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Really appreciate that tour you gave, and police, fire, street, Larry back there with the park department, my students, youth in our community, learning more about government, and then also obviously on that day with Brian, environmental issues, so all good. And Brian, you said maybe close to 300 people?
We had about 200, we counted 238.
238, so over 200, okay. Yeah, it's neat, so. You even offered lunch. Yeah, you did. So, thank you. Any special claims, Lynn?
No, there's no special things.
Takes us to
I haven't.
claims dockets here.
The regular and the end of the month
Yeah.
dockets.
Both of them are there. George, you're here this time. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I got a question answered already, and I looked it over. Did you see anything?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Move to
In light of
approve.
that, I will make a motion to accept the claims dockets as presented.
Okay, thank you. Diane?
I'll second that.
There's a second. Thanks, Lynn, for all that. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Chief?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. I wasn't going to be forgotten about. Captain Zaring and I sat back and reviewed these. This bid does meet our specifications, so I guess I would come before you to ask for your approval of this bid for the SCBA's in the amount of $393,618.75.
And we've done business with them before, right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, they are currently who service our packs, and these air packs are going to replace the ones that we have now that are 13 years old. So we do get a good life out of them right now. Just talking to Captain Zaring, just with the older models and the parts aren't becoming available, we were just looking at $2,000 to replace a single part on one air pack. And we chose not to do that because one air pack for a new one is $6,472. So, to put that into a 13-year-old pack when we knew we were coming to do this purchase, this was a planned purchase through our replacement and capital program. So it's just time for them to be replaced.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there a motion to,
Upon the recommendation of the chief, I'll make a motion that we accept this bid.
Second.
Thank you.
call the question? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thanks, chief.
Thank you, and I just also want to, again, thank Aaron and Captain Zaring and Lynn for my help on this, so I couldn't have done that without all of them, so thank you all.
Chief, I'm not done yet. You've been here for a year as our chief, right?
I have, yes, I
Yeah,
have.
thanks for all of your hard work.
Yeah,
Doing a
thank
great
you.
job. I know there was a lot of media coverage with the training on the
Yes.
center near the street department.
Yep.
I'd like to keep it under 30 minutes, your speech, but how did that go? Yeah.
It went well, yeah, we had a great turnout. I believe we had roughly 25 of our members there on Friday doing the actual burns themselves. There's a lot that goes into it, so yeah, firefighter Bollinger ran that for me. Did a very, very excellent job on that. All the guys had fun. But then the next day, we came back out Saturday, and there were 26 fire investigators, or attempting to be fire investigators, who came out and did their skills for the state. So those were people ranging, one of the guys was from Kalamazoo, Michigan. So very fortunate to have the opportunity to have that. But yeah, the guys had a blast. It's not very often we get a real house to train in, so yeah, it's very much appreciated.
It was really neat. I came out with my staff, was able to talk to you, and our county prosecutor was there, and talking to the different firefighters. It was really neat to see that. I'm glad you were able to take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah, just one general public announcement. So this has been publicized some, but the Kosciuszko County Recycle Depot is offering tire recycling. You can bring up to 4 tires to the Kosciuszko Recycle Depot, and that starts May the 12th through the 16th. So if you're looking to clean up some tires around the house or in your yard or in the ditch or where they might be, it's a good chance to get rid of them before all the mosquitoes get into them and everything else.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Appreciate that.
Up to 4.
Thanks. Any comments from the public? Quite a few people here. Welcome, council members. Appreciate your attendance today.
Just a
Mike?
question, will the report that Chief Waker submitted, will that be available to council?
Yes, when my office gets it, I'll forward it to all council members. Good, you can look at that. Thanks, Mike. Any other questions or comments? Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye?
Aye.
The ayes have it. We're adjourned. Have a very good day and a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
And
I was running that last week.
oh, were you?
Thanks.
I think it's so long as I sat in a chair and I laid down, so I kept moving it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably ought to get on.